you're thinking about making a move to Blue Ridge, Texas, or you've never heard of Blue Ridge, Texas, which is probably the case, if you live nearby Blue Ridge, you may be asking, why am I doing a video about Blue Ridge? It's because it's still in Collin County. It's still a growing area, and we've actually had multiple requests to cover some information about Blue Ridge. So if you want to hear some more about this small town and maybe possibly a hidden gem here in North Dallas, make sure you stick around because we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current real estate market here in North Dallas, or like today, Blue Ridge, Texas. My name is Preston. We get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you every single day looking to make a move to North Dallas, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. Like I said, we're gonna be covering Blue Ridge, Texas, a very, I would say, unknown area in Collin County. Believe it or not, it is Collin County, but we are on the far northeast side of Collin County. You're gonna be just north of Princeton and a small town called Farmersville. But you're only gonna be about 25 minutes from McKinney, so it is on the outskirts of town by quite a bit, but not too far from civilization that you're never gonna see anybody. So Blue Ridge, like I said, is very small. It is the smallest town that I've covered on this channel so far. It has a population of under 1,500 people and is only 1.11 square miles. So even though with that tiny population, it used to be much, much smaller. So it's had a 28.6% growth rate since 2020. So quite a bit of growth for such a small area. The median income there for a family is around $80,000. So not bad, especially for a small town, and the median age is going to be around 31 years old. So let's jump on to our first pro of the day. So of course, I have to say the first pro is going to be the small town living and small town lifestyle. So of course, this isn't going to be a place for everyone. Not everybody likes to be on the outskirts of town. A lot of people like to be where everything is at. Well, that's not going to be the case here, but for some people, that's what they love. They absolutely like being out and about without having to have neighbors on top of themselves. That's just not for everybody. So you're going to have that small town feel and a lot of open space here in the Blue Ridge area. So, you know, it's going to be one of those places where everybody waves to you. Everybody knows everybody, and if you are a new person there, they're going to want to get to know you. So if you're into that, which a lot of people are, Blue Ridge may be a great fit for you and your family. I think it's a great place to raise a family myself. I like to be on the outskirts, currently building not too far from there in a place called Van Alstyne, which is also a very small town. I am all for making a little bit of extra commute to get away from the hustle and bustle for a little bit, and that's what Blue Ridge offers. Blue Ridge, being a small town, of course, doesn't have all the chain restaurants and shopping that you would see in the bigger cities, but with that, it's gonna have a lot of small town family-owned businesses, which I love to support, and I'm sure that many of you do as well. Two of those, for as far as eating goes, would be Papa Lupe's Mexican food. If you're taking a quick trip through Blue Ridge, you can grab a quick bite to eat. It's kind of in a cool little travel trailer, and absolutely excellent Mexican food. And then you've got the Cattleman's Cafe, which is a signature place there in Blue Ridge. Basically that's small town Southern family style cooking. If you're looking for a great place to have some chicken fried steak. The next pro I'm gonna jump into would be the school system. So Blue Ridge is a small town, so of course their school ratings are not going to be as high as these places that are a little further away, like Frisco and Prosper and places like that. But they still do have a B overall school system by niche.com. Elementary school is actually rated just slightly higher. And the student to teacher ratio is the biggest thing, so it's 13-1. So if you're looking for a place to have a little more interaction with the students, with your kid getting more help, it could be a place for them. So like I said, it's not going to be the highest rated school district, but none of the really small towns ever will be. That's just the way it is with tax dollars, so and other things, but I wouldn't put too much into that. I know they've made tons of improvements over the years as far as the school system goes in Blue Ridge, and for a small town, I think they're doing a great job. The next pro would have to be the cost of living. So like I said, Blue Ridge is in Collin County, and it is going to be the most, or one of the most affordable places in Collin County. So Collin County consists of places like Prosper, Plano, Frisco, McKinney, so some of the most expensive areas around, and Blue Ridge is in that same area. So if you're looking for a more affordable place, then Blue Ridge may be a great option for you, as long as you're willing to make a little bit more of a commute, or maybe you work from home. The last pro I'm going to be covering today is that Blue Ridge is actually pretty beautiful for Texas. It's got some rolling hills, wide open spaces. Like I said, there are some beautiful ranches out in Blue Ridge. If you look up homes in Blue Ridge, you're going to see homes, some small older homes around the 200s, and then you can see some mansions on 50 acres. There are some absolutely amazing estates and homes in the area. So if you're looking for a place to possibly build your own house, build a custom home on your own piece of land, Blue Ridge offers that, and most places around here do not. So if you like the wide open spaces, the big yard to do what you want, possibly raise some livestock or have your own garden and plenty of places for your kids to play, there's plenty of options for that out here in Blue Ridge. So of course I gotta jump into the cons of Blue Ridge. So the first con I'm be covering is property taxes. So with Blue Ridge being in Collin County, which is one of the richest counties in Texas, you're going to have similar tax rates to those big cities like Plano's and the McKinneys and Frisco's. So that's just something to keep in mind. Yes, you will get a more affordable house depending on what you're buying, but you're still going to have a pretty high tax rate for here in the Dallas area. The next con would have to be road construction. So I know this is something that's very temporary because it is a small town. I'm sure it's just something that's been going on for the last few months, it seems like. So I've driven through Blue Ridge quite a bit to showings and past Blue Ridge for showings, and it seems like every time I go through the outskirts of Blue Ridge that there is road construction either downtown or somewhere around Blue Ridge. And it's a small town place, so potholes and things like that. So I guess it's just that time of year, and they finally decided that they're going to make some changes and get those roads fixed. But for me, I've been stopped in traffic quite a bit, and it's one of the smallest towns in the area, believe it or not, but I'm sure this is something that'll be short-lived. The last con I'd have to share would be the location, but like I said, if you're moving to a place like this is something that you're probably looking for, and you're not worried about the commute time. This is probably one of the closest places to basically be out in the middle of nowhere while still being able to get in town in a reasonable amount of time. So you're only about 25 minutes from downtown McKinney. But if you want to get to the airport or downtown Dallas, you're looking at right around 50 miles to each of those, and it's going to be close to an hour or over an hour depending on the traffic. So if you're somebody who's commuting to the airport or working in Dallas, it may be a little bit of a difficult commute for you, but I do know there's people that move from big cities that commute multiple hours, so it may not be a big deal to you, but it is one of the furthest places in Collin County as far as that goes. So I hope you got a little bit of good information that you can take with you here. Make sure to comment if you have any other questions about Blue Ridge or surrounding areas. We cover all the areas all the way up to Oklahoma. So just make sure to comment below. We'd love to talk to you. Make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Dallas. I hope to see you around town. Thanks.